Last.
Delta, you can see, trying to play pretty grounded, hit whatever stomps he can, whatever sidelights he can. Delta, pretty standard hammer 2v2 gameplay, gotta say, and Djessir actually also really picking up this move, and Delta, you can see, dips down, trying to be a little cautious about how he approaches, knowing that the next hit could be the first. Djessir turns around and is able to snag a KO. We're starting to trades now, but what the hell?
Beautiful interrupt.
Some kind of West tech.
Beautiful interrupt there, and they're still going. This blue team is so good with these axe follow-ups.
Oh, Djessir is already impressed.
Oh my goodness!
So much. A minute in has impressed me so much.
Oh my lordy!
How good is it, dude?
Delta might go down to the last stock already. Down sig almost knocks out off the top. Cider finally gets rid of Jakeyy's first stock. Sidelight Cider dropped by Saphir. Stomp Cider though. Not enough to knock out just yet, and just like that, it's been cleaned up.
That Tezca flew across the screen some of the fastest I have ever seen a character combo. That was less than a frame roll from... That was, I think, a single frame roll from one corner of the screen to the other. Wow.
That recovery there. Jakeyy's playing very well. Beautiful catch with that N-Sig. Tons of damage there onto Djessir. Can they capitalize on it? Delta starting to swing a lot with his axe, trying to build as much damage as possible here on this field. Gonna go onto the wall, try and play a little bit slower. Recovery there on the Jakeyy, not big enough to knock out, but man, it is N-Sig there for Delta. Ground pound connects. He has no dodge. Ground pound up for Djessir. He did get the touch though. Ground pound again.
Axe.
Can't Saphir make it back?
Axe off stage.
Oh my goodness, Saphir just took a truckload of damage.
Ground pound didn't really quite peek over the stage, and now both members of Red Team are cruising, maybe not as much. We were throwing a speed bump into that highway. Jakeyy now has quite the 2v1 ahead of him. See, I was able to manage. We do have a team combo starting up, and this looks very reversed.
Blue team wins.
0 to death combo. Lord have mercy.
That looks pretty decently rehearsed, I gotta say.
That is crazy. Like, actually, that was insane.
Keep in mind, that's also, Delta had to really extend their stocks after losing, what, I think the first 2 of them, or the first 1.5 of his stocks, pretty quickly. Had to extend until the end of the game for that.
Wow. I mean, Delta put on a clinic right at the end there, building so much damage on the Djessir, almost knocking him out, and finally they're gonna find that confirmed. But here we are, game number 2. That's the first team combo of 2024.
If anyone chat's annoyed about that, we're gonna do that the whole time.
Oh, this is dude. First complaint of 2024. Can Jakeyy make it back? They can.
The first streamed tournament set to feature a Boots character of 2024.
This is the first Boots Legend of 2024. in Brawlhalla Esports.
Yeah.
You like Grandpa Djessir once again. Gonna get that knockout. Saphir possibly going to follow very shortly. Gonna get that knockout onto Delta. We're trading.
We're trading now. Although
like the Pokemon cards.
Yeah, Djessir's actually able to keep a pretty rare shiny in his deck. However, Jakeyy is really starting to lose a lot of cards. Never mind, Jakey's gonna trade that up. That actually Jakeyy pivot turns the signature back for Saphir to bounce him back, knowing that the weapon throw would kill the momentum. That was actually an incredibly smart move with a split-second decision. Delta and Jakeyy were very careful. Both of the Ograms considering high defense, and also, actually no, never mind, some target switching and some chip damage later. It is actually both Ograms, everyone on stage except for Delta, now in deep red of orange. Delta, however, needs to really try to make this last stock last as long as possible, so he had some success doing, and is also able to pick up the pace, turn up the heat, snags a double KO, keeping Djessir alive. Delta is slowly but surely leveling up as this afternoon goes on.
Well, I don't think it's evening for them, I'm gonna be honest. It's quite early for us, but
I wasn't sure if I wanted to say afternoon or evening, so I just
beautiful weapon throw to interrupt.
Work for both. would 7 p.m. be late afternoon, or is that
it would be evening. It would be considered evening.
So then what would late afternoon be?
Late afternoon's like 5 o'clock. Nice slider there to take out Djessir, but Delta on red. Sidelight Cider is not going to connect. I almost said Stomp Cider. X got no Stomp.
Yeah.
Oh, Delta looking for that.
It has the sidelight. The Axe sidelight kind of might as well be the Stomp.
Delta's looking for recovery here, but gets sired instead. Saphir with a nice knockout. Jakeyy and Saphir looking to end this stock as soon as possible. Nice slider there for Djessir. This definitely looks like a doable 2v1. Djessir going so far out to try and confirm this.
Really only slightly doable because their synergy is looking quite nice. They have fantastic reaction times. They're able to pull off unplanned and unrehearsed team combos quite well. So that not only shows mastery of character, but also just fast reaction times and just incredible gamer skill, just kind of in general.
Gamerness.
So, I know gamerness. There we go. I know it's doable. Like it's sudden death. Djessir just needs to land like one cheeky hit on 2 different characters, but. Yeah, no. Saphir and Jakeyy are going to be a difficult team to pull that off on. They're able to clutch up. Saphir celebrating a little robot dance. I like that emote quite a bit. We got to start seeing that a lot more come the new year. Yeah, we are going into this with a 2-1, and now we're going to get a look. Delta is banning out actually a lot of platforms. Leaves Demon, Fortress Island, World's End, Demon Island, and Fortress Alliance, and I think we are going right back to Demon, are we not?
We are going back to Demon, and honestly,
fan favorite.
I don't mind. You know,
no, me neither.
The recent map pools might be a little bit aggravating, but you know what? At the end of the day, we gotta get some variety, and I'm glad they kept Demon Islanded, so we don't get any variety.
I mean,
but here we go.
The new map pool, people have said the new map pool, there's a small chance that it's to feature the SpongeBob map more prominently.
For sure.
Yeah, as opposed to just keep it as like a free-for-all map.
Oh my
goodness. Show it off a little bit, which honestly, I kind of can't complain with.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Okay,
wow.
This is kind of like how game 1 started, but no, actually.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
it is rough. Saphir and Jakeyy are just doing a number here on this blue team. Delta and Djessir can barely find footing, finally getting both numbers into the red. But Saphir floating around with this lance side air.
Such a good mastery character, such good reaction times. They're also adapting really nicely. Like blue team has had some pretty good moments this set, and yet red team is always able to come out with some surprises and always find a new bat to swing with. So this is okay. No, you're not coming back from that. That was.
You're not living that. It's done. Oh, Delta. Huge chance here to knock out Jakeyy, but not be able to find it. Saphir with an exhausted recovery almost knocks out Delta. Down, Sig going to take that stock though. Very quickly. Djessir, can we make it back to stage? They do.
Keep your eyes on Jakeyy. That's going to be the I guess the Jesus bolt in this helicopter right here as to how long red team is able to keep this lead.
Djessir.
You know why it's called the Jesus bolt?
I don't. Tell me.
It's actually a little. It's kind of dark. I don't know if I should have brought it up on stream. But,
oh my goodness!
Okay, never mind. We got red team taking that lead. But yes, you know how a helicopter. It has the blades at the top that keep you flying, keep you moving. There's a single bolt that holds that whole thing together, and it's called.
Are you serious?
Bolt. Yeah, because if that bolt fails, the only thing to do left is to pray to Jesus. It's very dark. I probably should not have brought it up, but it's.
I mean, honestly, it looks like that bolt fell apart right now. I'm gonna be honest. The blue team.
More so for red team, but it held through. Yeah.
Not for blue team though. Really they're both snapped for after game 1. I mean,
blue team went crashing down a bit.
Blue team they definitely started picking it up a lot. They did start picking it up. I mean, Delta have been slowing down quite a bit. We're not normally used to seeing Delta drop this many games, even going down 2-1 right now. So we're not used to that. I mean, even in other tournaments, we've only seen Delta drop maybe 1 and even 0 games. So it's it's very different to see Delta actually kind of struggle against the team.
I might just be all in the name of adjustment, improvise, adapt, overcome. It might just be, I mean, you got to figure out what doesn't work before you figure out what works. And I know it's like, it's game 4 of the set. You kind of have to figure out something now, and especially players at this level are probably picking up stuff that we have not seen years ago. Like, I know they're probably picking up stuff pretty quickly, but I guess, yeah, no, I think you're right about that. We really got to keep our eyes on Delta and see how does the man manage this 2-1, I guess this 1-2 set.
Already off to an interesting start. It looks pretty even here. Sidelight in there for Djessir, but a nice little conversion there with Saphir. Saphir might actually be in a little bit of trouble. Delta's not going to be able to get that recovery. And Jakeyy with a beautiful nair. Saphir with a conversion on that. Overall, it's just a very, very solid back and forth game. Nice side there by Jakeyy.
Oh, that was an interesting catch, actually.
That's Ogre. What isn't an interesting catch at this point?
That was a really good weapon throw.
Jakeyy has no options.
Jakeyy.
They do actually make it back, though.
That was such a good weapon throw by Jakeyy to make it so that Delta actually can't complete a ledge guard on Saphir, making Saphir last just a good 20 seconds longer. Has to get kind of snuffed out by an upwards recovery, but I mean, it's an upwards KO. I forgot it was a recovery by now. I have an awful memory. Don't ask me anything.
What was that?
No, Saphir dancing. I have an awful memory. Wait, did you just ask me something? Why did you do that?
I thought you were going to forget.
I already did.
Anyway. But I think Delta and Djessir are starting to pull it back a little bit. I mean, they have pretty much equal damage here, and Jakeyy's kind of been slowing down. Not too much damage built, but that down, so he's going to throw Delta and separate the blue team for a little bit of time. Not going to get a conversion off the end light. Stomp Sider there. Stomp. Ooh, a little bit of damage here. Delta's now the healthiest on the field.
Ooh. Delta actually very swift cleaning with the hammer, able to evoke that second stock from Jakeyy. Delta also playing up the ledge guard against Lance quite well. Lance can sometimes be a bit of a difficult weapon to ledge guard, and yet here he is managing with hammer. And also, it's a pretty interesting option for Delta in some of these cases to not go off stage, playing a little bit more grounded, knowing just how much you should respect and sometimes fear hammer off stage. It's just, it has been a while since we've seen someone get just completely sniped by a hammer recovery. Players have, in recent years, really learned how to respect hammer off stage. And I guess it kind of means you can't really use hammer too much off stage anymore because people now know what to expect against it. We haven't really seen too many snipes. We get to see really much of that.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I think hammer is pretty good right now, in my personal opinion.
I mean, it's fine, yeah.
The off stage, it's kind of predictable. There's only so many things you can do off stage. I think it's to a point where
it's really funny though.
It is so funny. Delta with a nice sider, another stomp sider, trying to find a top recovery, and that is gonna be game number 4. Graffiti. We have the first game 5 of the 2024 esports season.
Oh, I'm so giddy about this.
We have the first game 5 here. This is going to be a game of all time. This is going to be a game of this year. A game of this year.
Out of all the game 5s to have ever happened this year, this one's so far the best.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know how I know that?
Sure.
Is Sure saying you know why, or is Sure saying
no? Tell me.
Why?
Tell me why this is the best game 5 of the year.
I don't know, because I think Delta plays hammer pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
I was because that's the only one.
Oh, yeah, that one too. But that also makes it the worst game 5 of the year.
No! We're trying to stay positive.
Yeah, that is true. But Jets is going to go down quite early, though. Jakey's boots starting to pick it up quite a bit more. Delta with a nice sider, trying to find the confirm off the side. But Saphir's going to come relieve that pressure with a nice Lance ground pound. And now red team is up 6 stocks to 4.
Jakey's really actually Ricken's ability to target swap and kind of move around, very nice. Jakeyy also dodging out of that side six.
Oh my goodness!
Everyone in a side air over to Saphir, and we're able to pick that up. And also, both members of Red Team take slightly different lanes to make it harder for Delta to recover. Alyssa somehow recovers. That Djessir almost caught Djessir. I think we've talked about being optimistic and being positive. I think that might be starting to get a little bit difficult for blue team.
That bolt fell off again. That bolt fell off again.
Oh no! Yeah, no. The Jesus bolt is failing.
It is so gone. Delta finally gonna get that stomp side over, but it's still just not enough. Recovery is going to knock Jakeyy out and down sig. Finally, the blue team has an answer, but it looks a little too late.
Okay, so if Djessir and Delta play perfect for the next 2 stocks, and then play even better for the next 2 stocks, maybe okay.
About that.
Delta's
Delta actually lived. I'm surprised though. This is looking quite grim.
Delta's having a hard. Both players of blue team are having a hard time remaining control. It's
downlight side air.
Delta did not land a single attack for the last 2 seconds.
It is.
There we go.
Jakeyy is just spamming the signatures.
You might as well have fun.
Djessir, 4 stocks to 1. It's basically over. Djessir does not have the options. They do have the options, but that down sig is going to end the game 5. Wow.
I really wanted Djessir to fly into the weapon, bro. So if you're through an